all beings are slaves to their desires, as they often want things just out of reach. Like insects flying towards lights and fires, and mermaids craving to walk on the beach. It's in our nature to always be seeking the next best thing to satisfy our greed, without considering the havoc we're wreaking, just to achieve what we think we need.
Gotcha.
Mum, what are you doing?
Catching the burglar that broke into our home 2 days ago. What did you think I was doing?
But this isn't a burglar. It's our postman, the same that has been coming here for years.
Oh. Oops.
Take all the mail you want, just leave me alone.
What do we still need bitch for? You'd make a perfect guard dog yourself.
It's his own fault. What was he thinking, coming by so early? It's not even 7 o'clock yet.
He was probably thinking that everyone is still asleep and will be all the happier when they wake up and find that the mail has already been delivered. Now it'll be up to us to distribute the rest of these letters.
I wouldn't even dream of it. Let me know if you find anything interesting.
But what will happen once we have it all, when life has given us enough to feel blessed? They say that pride comes before a fall, and I say so does happiness. It's really just a matter of time until you're back to carrying a cross, since once you're living in your prime, the only thing to follow is loss.
So, is no one going to say anything? What do you think of Serena's poem?
I think she needs professional help, but what else is new?
Don't listen to him. That was very good, Serena, except you missed the point of the homework. You were supposed to write a poem in German.
I know, and I tried, but these words just came out of me, and some things are very hard to translate without their meaning getting lost in the process.
Well, as someone who has studied languages, I can't argue with that. Yes?
Excuse me. I'm new at this school, and they told me to come to this room.
I did. I'm Miss Lacroix, your teacher. You must be Stel Maria Popescu.
Yes.
I can't believe it. What are they thinking? Why would they send me a dirty alien?
Sorry, what?
I said, why would she send us a ticket for a test screening of her dirty porn movie tonight? Doesn't she learn from her mistakes?
Who?
Mayor von Hinton, of course. Does she really believe her so-called art is worthy of Studio Donna's attention, or does she want to use this opportunity to suck up to me somehow? Keep your enemies closer, that kind of thing? Whatever, I should probably go and write an article about it. Anything to discredit her.
Let me do that. I'm the writer among us, and you are way too politically correct when it comes to criticizing stuff. I'll expose that piece of garbage movie for what it is.
You should take a few days off, Serena. From your job at the pharmacy and Studio Donna. I can see that you're tired. It's because of the preparations for my political campaign, isn't it?
It's a little bit of everything. Your campaign, the fight for our goals in general, the sheer travesty that my brother made out of the Easter service, my sister going through a difficult phase. I also met an old friend yesterday that I hadn't seen in years, and it reopened some old wounds. But that's all the more reason I should go to City Hall tonight. If I lie down now, I'll never get up again.
Suit yourself. But don't blame me if you get eye cancer from watching that movie.
The only thing that will give me eye cancer is Tiamo Mammini's face. But since he actively contributed to the movie's production, he'll definitely be there tonight.
I really don't want to go.
But it's a project you worked on. Must be great to see it come to life on the big screen, no?
No big screen will ever get anyone as close to the action as I was, when I had to watch the mayor's sons act out that cringy script in front of the camera many times, and I'm in no hurry to see it again.
I'd like to go.
You're not invited. Granted, there are no names on the tickets, but we only got 2, and since you're a minor.
Bitch please, I'm older than the 2 main actors in that movie.
You know that, we know that, but the mayor doesn't.
Fucking bullshit.
I'd let you go in my place in a heartbeat, but yeah, to the outside world you're still a 12-year-old.
I might actually be able to help with that. Just let me slip into something more fitting for the occasion first.
What is this thing?
A magic relic that Grande and I stole from the Haunted History Museum the other night. I used it to turn a ghost into a living person and vice versa. Maybe I can also use it to switch your ages, so Wilbica will look old enough to go to the test screening, and Tiamo, you get to be a child for another day.
Wait, is that reversible?
The spell reverses itself after a while. As I said, I've done it before. Want to give it a shot?
I don't trust it, but whoever listens to the dog.
Wow. Look at you, Willy. A success at last. And I'm back to my pre-voice break error by the sound of it.
What? Am I really? Who are you?
Well, who could I possibly be? Your pet familiar, if you don't mind. Did that spell also affect your memory or something? Guess it's for the best that you can't hear my thoughts, otherwise you'd know how silly I think you all are sometimes.
You think we're silly?
Wait, you can actually hear me? Oh my dog, what happened?
I dare say the spell worked a little too well.
I dare say you're right.
Where's Mum?
Down here.
Mum, is that you?
Yes, I just said it was me. Has the spell made you deaf or something?
Bloody hell.
I'll get it.
Bitch, wait. You can't just open the door like this.
Like what? As a human? I'll just tell them I'm your cousin or something. But you'll need a better excuse for why you're suddenly so tiny. Oh, it feels so great to finally be able to speak my mind aloud. You, again?
Yes, me. Who are you?
A free woman.
Hey, wait. Sorry, Olga, I know we were supposed to meet, but now I have to catch bitch before she gets up to who knows what.
Tiamo.
So this is what I would look like today if I had never stopped aging. I wish it could always be like this.
I don't. I can't even speak. How am I supposed to tell people that they suck?
But I can't go to the test screening in these clothes. I'll have to find something else to wear.
On the other hand, I'm a dog now, which means I could technically just pee on their legs instead. Yeah, that sounds like a fun idea.
Too bad I'll have to go without you. I don't think animals are allowed at City Hall. Perhaps if you were a cat, as far as Mayor Von Hinton is concerned.
I can also bite and sneak around without arousing suspicion. All things considered, my situation isn't so bad after all.
Hello? Is that you, Wilbica?
You'll have to call me something else in public. Wouldn't want people to get confused.
Speak for yourself.
Okay, so, if you and your brother have switched ages, and your dog is now a woman, then that means the dog over there is.
Don't say anything stupid.
Shapeshifting, the ability to physically transform. Popularized by mythology, folklore and speculative fiction, accounts of real-life shapeshifters date back to the time of the Amiskans, an ancient civilization credited with discovering the secrets of life itself. It was their ability to navigate the realms of the living and the dead by adjusting their physical properties as necessary that laid the foundation for the kind of shapeshifting magic that natives of present-day Salvadorada, the last known location of the Amiskans, are reportedly still practicing.
Right. Did you just switch to your Wikipedia personality?
Where am I? What am I doing here?
Hell if I know, but it seems like you'll be accompanying me to the test screening tonight, so, want to go shopping for something to wear there?
Hey, wait. Damn, you're fast.
Because I don't have all the time in the world. Sooner or later I'll turn back into a dog, and I want to make sure we have better pet medicine at home by then. The stuff you give me whenever I'm sick only makes me feel even more sick.
You won't find that at the pharmacy though. What you need is a vet clinic.
The vet? Never. Not after all the horror stories other pets have told me about that.
Can I help you?
You? No thanks. The vet suddenly seems like a better option after all.
Bitch, wait.
Did you just call your mother a bitch? Has no one ever taught you how to properly talk to women, you entitled little brat?
She's not my mother, and no. Wait, what's that? You've been invited to the mayor's test screening.
That is none of your business.
Good thing I don't have to go.
What do you think of this outfit? Does it make me look fat?
Even if it did, would that be a bad thing? No woman should be ashamed of her body, whether it matches the current beauty standards or not.
You know what I mean. It's my first school dance. I need the perfect dress for it.
And it does suit you perfectly, just like all the other dresses before. Honestly, you wouldn't look ugly in anything.
Thanks, but I think this one is my favorite. I'll take it. If only I didn't have to go alone. Your stepbrother asked me, but there's no way I'd ever go to the dance with him, even if I didn't know it was just a setup for another prank.
Wise decision. TJ still is and forever will be an idiot. But I don't have a date either, so why don't we just go together?
Don't be silly. We're both girls.
What would be so silly about that? We've been friends for months, and they're already joking about us being a couple anyway. Can you believe it?
Unfortunately, I can. Isn't it ridiculous how some guys seem to think you have to be a lesbian just because you're not interested in them?
Yes. Very ridiculous.
But they already think I'm a freak anyway, and I'd rather not add any more fuel to that fire.
So you think being attracted to the same sex is freaky?
It's definitely not normal in this part of the world based on what I've seen. And it could cause some problems.
That's ironic, coming from you.
What do you mean?
You're a human alien hybrid with purple skin and tentacles for hair. Your father is technically your mother because he gave birth to you, and weird things happen when you get upset. None of that is what I would call normal, yet I'm not calling it freaky either. I just thought you of all people would be more accepting of other people who are different.
I wasn't judging anybody, but thanks I guess, for reminding me of the walking freak show that I am, even if you're not calling it that. Is that why you befriended me? Because you felt pity for the poor ostracized alien that nobody liked? How does that make you any better than TJ?
Take that back.
Why would I? You exploded at me for no reason, but I guess I should be used to that by now since you've been doing it all the time lately, and not just to me.
It wasn't for no reason. You expect everybody to be understanding towards your situation, and there's nothing wrong with that, but do you ever stop to think about your own prejudices?
I don't have any prejudices.
So it has finally come to this. You using your mysterious powers against me now.
I didn't mean to do that. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, me neither.
This is perfect. Who knew the old town of Windenburg had a gem like this in its one and only boutique?
I knew. And I also know that you're going to be late to the mayor's party if you keep dawdling.
Relax, the VIPs are always late. Though I could have found this dress sooner if you had helped me look for it, instead of whining about how bored you were.
I have an IQ of 250, and there's still so much I don't know. Don't you think I have better things to do than help you pick a dress for a movie night? If that movie was about the history of Windenburg at least, or some other interesting topic you would expect the mayor to make a movie about, it would be a different story.
It's a movie about the act of reproduction, just without women, and without actually reproducing. I guess you could still learn something from it. With our mayor it was either that, or cats.
Sounds like a waste of time either way.
Gosh, your other personality was much more fun. How do I get you to change back?
Excuse me.
Fine, just leave me alone then. Nate.
Yes. Do we know each other?
Oh, yeah. I mean no. Whatever, yes we do. I forgot for a second that you know about our secret. Don't freak out, it's me, Wilbica.
Willie?
Hush, not so loud. Mum cast a spell on me and Tiamo to switch our ages because he didn't want to come and I did, but was too young. Anyway, what are you doing here?
Well, I almost got cast in that movie myself, and that must have been good enough for the mayor to invite me as well. I suppose she just couldn't think of many other people to put on her guest list, which is why she extended the invitation to my girlfriend. But Esperanza had other plans for tonight, so I brought someone else.
Man, those are the cleanest toilets I've ever seen in a public building.
Finn.
At your service, milady. And you are?
I'm Wilma. Wilma Mammini. You might know my cousin Wilbica.
I do. She never mentioned a cousin Wilma, but it's still a pleasure to meet you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen and non-binary people.
Let's sit
Oh
down.
wait, I can't see Barani anywhere, so it's just ladies and gentlemen then. Before we begin, let me give you the kindest regards from my cats May and Octavian, who cannot be here with us today because what we're about to see is not for the eyes of minors. And I think you already know what that is, so without further ado, let's jump right in.
Yup, let's get it over with.
I take it you don't really want to be here.
Keen observation. What are you, a detective or something? If so, you probably have more interesting stories to tell than that movie.
I do. Have you ever heard of Strangerville?
Come on, pick up.
Mayor Von Hinton, what's up?
What's up? I'm showing our movie to a select audience for the first time, and one of my behind-the-scenes stars is missing. That's what's up. Didn't you get the invitation? Where are you, and why does your voice sound so high?
That's my phone, it's broken, and I'm afraid the connection could break to any second now, so. Can I call you back?
Can't you just come to City Hall so we can talk in person? I have something special for you that I can't give to you if you're not here, and I'm not seeing anyone from your family either.
Not now.
No vet clinic will ever give you what you're looking for. Good thing you came to me, because I'm an expert on pet familiars.
An expert at killing them for sure. Leave bitch alone.
How dare you call this charming young lady a bitch? And what are you doing here so late anyway? Shouldn't you be in bed already? Hey, police.
What is it, Frost? I'm done for today, so if you're up to something that will get you arrested again, do it fast.
Stell Maria, I'm pretty sure he was about to sell bitch a drug.
That's Agent Popescu for you, and who are you calling a bitch?
No one. It's me, Tiamo.
And I'm actually his dog, bitch. Isn't that funny?
Yes, very funny, and very believable as well. Why don't you come with me, all three of you, so I can show you something even funnier?
Really? Again?
Listen, I had a very bad day, just like yesterday, among other things because of you molesting people in the mortal realm and forcing me to go there for no reason, so shut up or I might throw you into the abyss instead. We'll discuss your case tomorrow.
She doesn't believe our story, does she?
Apparently not. This is a never-ending nightmare.
I had a very bad day.
So you are trying to turn my stepsister into a lesbian now? Wasn't I good enough?
You should have stayed at your old school, you purple-skinned freak.
Leave me alone.
What happened? Stell Maria.
She's not here, but you slept through almost the entire movie. I was telling you about all the strange sights in my hometown, and suddenly, you were gone.
Sorry about that. I didn't mean to be rude. I'm just very tired.
I can tell. You should come to visit me in Strangerville someday. Despite everything that's been going on, it's actually a good place to relax and do nothing for a while as long as you just keep your nose out of the strange stuff.
Thank you all for coming. I can't wait to read your reviews of the movie. If you had fun this evening and would like to take something with you to remember it by, feel free to have your photo taken in front of the screen, which I'll set to display the background of the official movie poster. Just a second. Here we go.
Should we go and take a photo?
I don't know. I wanted to come here tonight, but I can see now why Tiamo didn't. That movie was, let's just say, the mayor won't enjoy reading my review of it.
All the more reason to take that photo and keep it as a battle scar of sorts. The next time we have to go through something awful, we'll look at it and remember that we've been through worse. Come on, Wilma.
You're making a good argument there.
Say cheese.
Cheese. No.
Are you okay?
Sorry, I have to go.
Wilma? Did I say something stupid?
Cheese.
Olga.
How strange. Is something wrong with my camera, or why does it make everyone leave?
The flash might be a little bit overpowering.
Overpowering, that's what I was, the day I told you how I feel. And for the chaos that I've caused, I'm sorry, but it was real. Should I have concealed the truth, and not told you what's going on? We make mistakes in our youth, but being honest isn't one. So let me be frank, I must practice what I preach. Although I'm feeling once again, like a mermaid on the beach, always reaching for a star that I know I'll never touch. So I shall love you from afar, never asking for too much.
Are my children back, or has Grandy arrived to keep watch already? Either way, time to go scare them. Ah, the criminal has officially returned to the scene of crime. Prepare for my rage, burglar from hell. Okay, maybe not today.
Aya? Stop right there. Olga Stramkova?